Yeah, right at Belzenok is... I don't know if Resident Belzenok is really good. I think it's okay. So I've got land and creatures, although 4 is a little bit slow, and interaction with my opponent. I'm going to keep this. Can't play Settle the Score on the current lands, which is a little bit awkward. I don't have a play till 4. But I don't think hands in this deck... I'm not sure that a regular 6 mana, or excuse me, 6 card hand in this deck is going to be any better. Opponent goes first and he mulled, right? So, well, I go first. Okay. And that was a mull on my opponent's part. Okay. It's a nice draw. Need the swamp. I could be done with lands for the rest of this and be quite happy. Till much later. Nice to draw Thallid would be my ideal draw next turn. Don't really want to see land here. Okay, he's playing slow. I guess that's okay for me. That would have been good last turn or the turn before. It's pretty bad right now. At least it's not a land. Should update my well, I'll update it after this draft. Not blocking that. So obvious of a potential interaction. Maybe not, but it's my only creature so far. The Raider. Discarded a land for it. Seems good for him. I have no creatures in hand right now. And I'm trying to race in the air, so I guess this means I am settling the score. Could threaten to block, but I don't see our board getting better. I feel like that board gets worse every round. So let's remove that. Hit him in the face. Cabal is a fantastic draw because it makes our kicker playable. I've got Memorial to Glory. And a ton of land, so presumably I'm going to get to sacrifice that relatively soon. So I don't know if I agree with that very much. Kicker is not very exciting. I thought I took this fucking card out of my deck. So I'm kind of expecting an instant interaction. You left a lot of mana open. Kind of surprised not to see it. 4 to activate that. Could just drop the Kabbalist. Maybe we'll end up Vicious Offering in a minute. We'll see. Can't Memorial to Glory this turn. Okay. The deck list you could look at. No, I might have to download that deck list mod. It's probably worth doing. Creature's base power and toughness 0/4 has defender, loses all their abilities, and is a wall in addition to its other types. Well, that's going to be my kicker offering. I guess I want to value this now. I could sacrifice it now, but it doesn't get me anywhere, so I'd rather not. Okay. Fine with that. Totally reasonable draw. Mostly because it's playable. You can always check the VOD then if you want to look at the deck. It's a pretty pathetic deck, quite honestly. I'd like him to play something I could sacrifice the Sentry to so I can get it back with some value. Kind of weird he hasn't. I don't know what his hand looks like. Maybe he's as flooded as we are. Looks like he is. Jesus. All right. I'm gonna Memorial to Glory this turn if nothing else happens. Sure. If that's all we're doing for damage, I'm fine with that. Alright. Memorial on his turn. Radiated Lightning for the 1 damage on the token. Sure. It's kind of nice with Memorial to Glory in hand that he's willing to do that right now. Maybe he's got another one. Guess we're gonna find out. Okay. And a concede. Looks like other people may also be having struggles with drafting this set, huh? Okay, so it's a win for us. Didn't see much in the way of enchantments. Did see ways of doing 1 damage. Didn't seem to be very creature heavy. So presumably another creature might be something we want. Over the 3/1. I don't really know what he's playing yet. Didn't seem to be playing much of anything. I'll swap the 3/1 out in response to the Radiated Lightning, I guess. Response to the Radiated Lightning and the 1/1. So, yeah. Yeah, I have no sense what the deck is, but he did have 1/1 threats that trade with the 3/1 in a way that isn't favorable to me ×2, and I was looking at the Kabbalist versus that. His hand is super slow, but I basically have playables that heal me, and if I draw anything, I don't know about that keep. I'm tired of mulliganing with this deck. I've mulliganed like 99 times. Okay. Guess this Memorial to Glory first. Vicious Offering is a fine pickup. Could actually do something with their board if they play something like that. Seems okay. Don't have to Vicious Offering that. I now have a 3-drop as well that trades with that pretty efficiently. I'm gonna wait and see. Maybe we can get some better value out of the Vicious Offering. It's another goblin. I mean, this looks floody. Kind of a weird way. Like, my opponent did not look like a floody deck last time. Second goblin we've seen too. I wonder if he's running Siege Commander. So I've got ways to use my mana for days. Although I am missing a 5th land right now. Is Radiated Lightning 4 or 3? Fight fire with fire. Okay. So now I'm regretting the Vicious Offering. I'm probably going to be regretting it a lot here. I'm taking a lot of damage to develop. It's the first decent card we've seen in my opponent's deck. I'm actually going to block that, annoyingly. Don't really like to do that, but I've got 2 other flyers in air, and I think I get a little bit too slow right now. Just waiting. So if I draw another land, I have Sentry plus Vicious Offering. Wizard's Retort on my Acolyte's not very cool. Okay. And a Sphinx. Not very excited about the Sphinx. Got a Blessed Light for it. It might be better than just Acolyte and taking damage. But I don't think it's better than the Sentry plus the Offering. See if he removes the Sentry before attacking. So if he was going to remove my Sentry, I was going to kick or sacrifice, but I'll just take the 3 for now. Another creature, got to block one of them soon. Milled me, hit my Soul Salvage, and my Settle the Score. It's kind of disappointing. So I'm going to mill myself again here. Am I taking 3 more damage? I am. Hit our Wanderer. Need to get some counter value here. Alright. Could block with Avens and 2/2 the Sphinx. Yeah, I don't want to give up my Aven Sentry. I'm going to just fucking exile the Sphinx in a moment. I just need the time to do it. Dude, honestly, the only play I feel like I've had an option on this game was whether or not I should have 2/2'd the 2 earlier, and I should have. But it didn't look like my opponent was running an aggressive deck after the last time. It's not really good for us. I can't trade with it, and I'm low enough health it's relevant. So I'm going to summon top blockers for it next round. 7 mana here. I don't want to give him a chance to keep that alive. I can exile it, but I think the Sphinx is more dangerous. Okay. Oh, I didn't even think about the fact that it's not 2 damage. It's -2, -2. Well, I have to sacrifice the creature for it. I lose it either way. I don't know if I agree with that. I know he's running Radiated Lightning. I don't want to take any more damage here. Hopefully it's not in his fucking hand. It's going to be pretty bad news when I sacrifice the Morale to Glue Glory. Didn't really want to see a land here. I guess I have to... Do I gamble on the Radiated Lightning? We've already seen it. Presumably he's not running 2. If he is running 2, we're fucked. If he's running 1, are we fucked? Gives me a blocker, but I want to actually kill him here. I mean, what's he holding in his hand, though, if it's not burn? Could be counter spells. Could be lands. No, I know what Scree does. Oh, he cast from exile as well, so, okay. Sure, I couldn't have exiled it then. What's he fucking holding in hands? Am I going to win a race top decking versus a creature that I have to chump block each round? That is a question. I mean, I'm definitely chump blocking with the 1/1s, but the question is, yes, I know Onia, but my question is, does he have Radiated Lightning, which does 1 damage to fucking everything I have or not? That's the question. He's holding 2 cards there. It's not whether or not I'm going to use Memorial. We're absolutely using Memorial. I think it's called Deckmaster. It's the software. All right. By the way, I found that sideboarding article you linked extremely useful, Onia. Please don't spam questions that I've already answered the question to. Like, if you don't get the answer in 10 seconds, maybe wait a few more seconds than 10. Declares attacker. Then I can create blockers, right? Alright, now we sacrifice. Dead to radiated lightning right now. Hopefully it doesn't come into play. Now we block. If he's got it, we're dead. He does fucking have it. Alright, we just lost. Alright, we lost by that decision to attack with the Evangel there. I guess I don't know what's in his hand anyways, but feels a little bad. Okay. Let's go ahead and be salty about that. So that kicker thing was a huge mistake, or the vicious offering thing, not killing his 2/2 with it when I had the option. His deck ended up being very aggressive in a way we hadn't seen from him last time. Still okay with the rest of this, I think. 4/2 doesn't trade very well, but 3/1 trades terribly. None of my creatures trade very well except the Omnivore and the Sergeant. He had an answer for both of those. I think I'd rather faster if his deck is that tempo themed. So I guess that means I'm putting in my Knight of Benelia and calling it good. Okay. And you could argue, well, why not play around it if you know you've seen the card in his deck and you suspect you might have it in hand? Because I expected that he'd have, if he's playing aggressive red-blue, which it looks like he is, then my expectation was if we wait to draw the game out, I'm going to lose to something else. Yeah. Anyways. Dude, I answered you like 3 times already. You're just spamming the same question again and again, not reading chat for getting your answers. Like, I can't help you. If you don't listen, I can't help you. The name of the game is in Twitch. It says it there. I assumed you meant the software that lets you see the cards, which I already told you the name of, and you just asked the same question again without clarifying in any way. What do you do when you ask me questions, I respond, and you don't answer again? Look at this here. I want a 3rd land. If I don't get a 3rd land, I'm in trouble. I'm going first. Oh, God, I want to keep this hand. This is like the best card ever versus his deck. Fuck. All right. I'm going to mulligan that. Feels bad. Oops. Oh, this is way worse. Can I afford to mulligan again? Don't want to lose to his fucking deck because we don't have lands. Shit. Oh, come on, game. Can't fucking win. Just need to have 1 land and I'd have kept it. Any 1 land. Alright. I'm getting 3 lands and 1 playable after mulliganing 4 times. 3 times? 3 times. Alright, GG. That's why I don't fuck off with that. That kind of shit, biggest boss Ross, I'm talking to you right now. That kind of shit is what pisses streamers off. You're backseating the fuck out of that. You see an outcome and I get punished for it. That doesn't mean it's the wrong outcome. Or the wrong play to have done that. No. Not mauled into oblivion. So which one would you have me kept? Would you have kept me had the 2 mana on the play? So where I absolutely have to have an answer, have to have drawn the land within 2 turns or so or get run over? Or would you have had me kept the one with only plains mana when all of my early game creatures are black? Or would you have kept the one with no lands? Like, I don't know. I don't know which of those I would have kept. Again, like I don't feel like I made a mistake there. I think I got extraordinarily punished for playing well. Our deck is not low curving. Our deck is super high curving. Do I really want to run into 2 lands only? I mean, of course, now I'm down 4 cards and I'm probably going to lose, but is that my fault? Keep 2 landers on the play. You have like a 60% chance of drawing a land on your 3rd one. And the rest of my hand was 5 drops, right? We had Sentry, Windgrace thing, or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah, you can say in retrospect you'd keep the first hand and hope for a land, but I don't think that's a really good strategy in general. Weird. Sack the 1/1. Alright, we've drawn very well for having only fucking 2 cards. He's already 2 for 1'd himself with the Prospector to get the Bloodstone Goblin out on tempo, which is kind of weird. He's been really weird. He doesn't like to make any bad trades. Guess he's gonna attack with 3/2, but we'll see. We'll find out. Yeah, exactly. If the game stalls out, super good for us. Don't like that. Okay, let's make value blocks and see what happens. Could have a kicker spell. Let's not play into that. Let's just take our value blocks first. We have health to trade off versus the non-value stuff. Guess it could be Radiated Lightning again. First Eruption. So this is gonna die anyways. Oh, does it kill the 1/1 now? That's not exactly what I wanted. Okay, that punished us a little bit. I don't want to trade damage for him. Yeah, I was hoping to get to just a single Valid sack. I mean, I got 4 life out of that, I guess, but I was hoping to keep the creature. Would it have been different if I blocked different? If I blocked 3/2 into that? Yeah, I could have kept the Cabalist if I blocked the way around, but I don't think I can play around First Eruption. Maybe I could have played around Radiated Lightning, which was essentially the same thing. Which I've seen him play twice now. I don't think he knows how this card works, or he would never play a creature here. He's going to be forced to sacrifice a mountain, and he's going to kill all of his own creatures. So I can keep the Thallid or I can keep the Sentry. The advantage of keeping the Thallid is it's on the board and it's an annoying creature to remove. The Sentry doesn't trade with anything he does. I think I'm going to keep the Sentry. When does this trigger? Does it trigger first main phase or does it trigger upkeep? And presumably it goes on the stack anyways, right? So I'll get an option to do it. I think Sentry is always better than the Thallid. I don't think so. His deck is like all 2/2s. I think this creature's really solid versus him. Okay, didn't look like it mattered. We're now in top deck mode versus him from a 3-mull. Okay. He 2-for-1'd himself. Oh, fuck that. That's like the best card he could draw in his deck right now. Like, bar none. No card is better than that we've seen him play in top deck mode. With fucking double scry on top of this, exact mana for it. Like the most powerful card he could draw and play. That feels so bad right now. We've had 5 cards, 6 mana. Okay. Guess I am passing. I got a lot of removal in this deck, I guess. Let's just draw removal and get back in this. Homerid's fine for him here. It's another creature with action. Just milled me. What did he mill? Blessed Light was my top card. Call the Cab is whatever. I've got a long clock before this thing kills me. But still. Doesn't trade with the Sphinx. Getting retorted. Why is Wizard's Retort in his hand? It's bad. Means I have to draw 2 outs. Syncopate for 4. That's fine too. Okay. I'm pretty salty about that Sphinx top deck. It's really good for him as well. Buys me a turn, I guess. Just hit our settle the score. Kicker Chronicler is super bad for us. What's he getting? The draw. To top deck one of my removal spells. Got 3 left in there. This is a good card to top deck. It's not going to win me anything, but sure. Opponent runs counter spells. We've seen them. It's a little bit frustrating. We're going to lose to this garbage deck that we're placing. And I'm a little annoyed. Well, we had a lot of removals and we just milled 2 of them. Well, he milled 1 and we milled 1. So we're actually looking at 1 Settle the Score and 1 Vicious Offering as our remaining removals, I believe. I think that's it. We can gang block the Sphinx with another Acolyte or another Sentry. Both of those are live cards. And so is the Sorcery that lets us bring back cards from our graveyard. So we'll see. But we need it now because my opponent plays Settle. We've seen him play it on us twice now. He's killed us with us at least once. So I've got 2 options here. I can die to Radiated Lightning by not blocking, but it gives me another chance to draw a blocker. So right now, if he doesn't have Radiated Lightning in hand, then I live 1 more turn. Well, if he ever draws it, the game ends. And right now, that gives me 2 more outs. He just did that instead of my Acolyte. Which would be, if he had Radiated Lightning in hand, that's a win for him. So I'm now definitely not blocking. It removes Soul Salvage as one of my outs, but Soul Salvage just stalls for a turn. And adds Aven Sentry and adds Windgrace Acolyte, both as outs here. Never mind, he's got Kicker Fight with Fire. Lol. Alright. We're going to lose to that deck. That deck was bad. I don't think he played it very well. He made a huge mistake with that. It's just a triple mull. Triple mulligan just fucked us. Never got value back. And him top decking Sphinx on a dead board. On a totally even board state. First one top deck. I'm fairly salty about that.